England demonstrated a degree of mental toughness by fighting back versus Slovakia for a come-from-behind win. London. Maybe it is time to accentuate the positives with England, remember the depths of despair from Euro 2016 and take every sign of progress as the possibility, however slight, that things may just be getting a little bit better. It is never easy to put an England performance into context. They are either terrible or world beaters, with nothing in between, but this 21 victory over Slovakia at Wembley was just that, not good, not bad, but the better side of indifferent. Less than 18 months ago, Roy Hodgson's team encountered Slovakia at Euro 2016 in St Etienne and failed to break down the stubborn opponents, ending up with a 0-0 draw that earned them a second-round tie against Iceland in Nice. We all know what happened next. Nice became a watchword for all of the failures and negatives of English football rolled into one as Iceland overcame an early Wayne Rooney goal to win 21 and inflict on the Three Lions one of the most humiliating defeats in their history. The Iceland nadir is a relevant touchstone for this World Cup qualifying win against Slovakia, however, and precisely why the positives of this performance and victory should be highlighted. In Nice, England fell behind in the first half and Hodgson's players slowly found themselves crushed by the pressure of having to perform. Hope and belief visibly drained from the team. They simply could not cope with the challenge facing them and were unable to find the answers. Slovakia are a strong technical team, comfortable in possession, and after going ahead in the third minute, they made life tough for England for half an hour. It was a test for Gareth Southgate's players, a similar one to that they faced when going behind late in the game against Scotland in Glasgow, but they responded, as they did against the Scots in June. To come from behind against a side with very good footballers, particularly in midfield, we had to show character, Southgate said. Hopefully it is a sign of progress. This is a work in progress and the only way to do that is go through these experiences and win. Game cost lineups and stats. We controlled the game in the second half and I am very proud of what the players have done. They showed real maturity. We weren't hanging on and panicking at the end. We saw the game out, which was pleasing to see, but although it was an important step, there will be tougher tests to come. Still, it has been a big week for the players. The experience of Friday but by fans against Malta means they have lived with spotlight of being an England player. They have had to show resilience and a good tactical reaction, and while it's an incredibly young team, they are good experiences to go through when you win because it builds belief. It may be a small step to redemption for some of England's players, especially when placed alongside the development of the counterparts in Germany, France or Spain, but good news stories should not be sniffed at when it comes to England. Too often in the past, they have allowed themselves to get carried away by failure or success, but Southgate is bringing some long overdue realism to the England setup and long may it continue. The true test will come in the build-up to Russia 2018, when the hype begins to start and England inevitably fall into the trap of believing it. By talking of greater tests ahead, Southgate is attempting to inject a sense of caution, but at least he is able to do so after a victory. And it was a win largely earned by the contribution of Marcus Rashford, who overcame the blow of giving a goal away with a third-minute mistake to make the equaliser for Eric Dier and then score a second-half winner. The Manchester United forward is not short on mental strength, and Southgate admitted that the teenager stepped up to the plate to help England to victory. Marcus Rashford overcame an early mistake to deliver England a comeback win versus Slovakia on Monday. Marcus Rashford showed, like the rest of the team, great character, Southgate said. He made the mistake for the goal, but he kept persevering. It's early for Marcus in his career, so we have to keep things in perspective. He is exciting. We gave him last summer off from going with the U21s and HES benefited from that. His maturity is excellent. He is never in awe of any occasion. He is still a work in progress, as we saw at the beginning of the game, but he is still getting stronger. He had a huge impact on the game. Southgate's praise of Rashford was echoed by Dier, who did not waste the opportunity to joke about the youngster's early mistake. Marcus Rashford's night, Dier said. It wasn't so good to begin with, but it got better. A fantastic show of character after making a mistake to score and then score the winner, which got us closer to the World Cup, where hopefully he will shine. Rashford will be a potential star of Russia 2018 if he and England get there. What they are actually capable of next year is another matter, but at least England are beginning to exercise some of their ghosts. Mark Ogden is a senior football writer for ESPN FC. Follow him at @MarkOgden_. Page 2. England demonstrated a degree of mental toughness by fighting back versus Slovakia for a come-from-behind win. London. Maybe it is time to accentuate the positives with England. Remember the depths of despair from Euro 2016 and take every sign of progress as the possibility, however slight, that things may just be getting a little bit better. It is never easy to put an England performance into context. They are either terrible or world beaters, with nothing in between, but this 21 victory over Slovakia at Wembley was just that, not good, not bad, but the better side of indifferent. Less than 18 months. Marcus Rashford's goal and assist sparked England's comeback victory over Slovakia in a World Cup qualifier at Wembley. London. England made heavy work of Slovakia but came from behind to win 21. Here are 3 quick thoughts from Monday's World Cup qualifier at Wembley. 1. England get job done, but bigger tests await in Russia. If England are good at one thing, it is their ability to get the job done when qualifying for a major tournament, and this 21 Wembley win against Slovakia has put them on the brink of yet another World Cup appearance. Only once since 1994, when England failed to make it to the World. The FC crew hail Isco as one of the leaders of a Spanish revival that could make them a 2018 World Cup favourite. Janis Michalak reflects on Spain's thorough 30 victory over Italy in the pivotal Group G World Cup qualifying clash. FC's Mark Ogden reports from Spain, after Italy's 30 loss in WCQ and the likely entry into the playoffs for qualification. Madrid. It feels as though Europe's heavyweights are taking it in turns to remind the likes of Brazil, Argentina and anyone else who backed their chances of winning the World Cup in 2018 that the real favourites are those who have recent experience of lifting the trophy. Germany delivered an ominous statement of intent by winning the Confederations Cup this summer without the majority of their established stars, relying instead on the country's emerging youngsters to keep the production line of. Spain inched closer towards qualifying for the World Cup, as Isco's first career international bracelet La Roja passed Italy. Janis Michalak reflects on Spain's thorough 30 victory over Italy in the pivotal Group G World Cup qualifying clash. Madrid. Spain had too much quality for Italy in Saturday's big World Cup qualifier, rounding out comfortable winners. Here are 3 quick thoughts from the Group G clash. 1. Brilliant Isco inspires Spain, points Italy toward the playoffs. Real Madrid midfielder Isco produced a stunning 2-goal display as Spain defeated Italy 30 in the Spanish capital to leave the 4-time world champions facing the prospect of having to qualify for Russia 2018 through the playoffs. Having gone into, Mexico claimed its spot at the World Cup but still has work to do. Mexico City. Mexico's World Cup qualifying campaign appears to have been easy. Anyone looking from the outside in and seeing a team sitting top of the CONCACAF hexagonal table on 17 points from 7 games and with only 2 goals conceded, both against the United States, would assume that qualifying has been a gentle stroll. But anyone watching Mexico through each game as it booked its place at Russia 2018 knows it was a grind. The historic 21 victory in Columbus, Ohio last November against Taylor Twellman and Ian Dark join Herc Gomez and Casey Keller to dissect USMNT's disappointing display against Costa Rica. Harrison, New Jersey. To a man, the players on the U.S. men's national team said they're not worried about the World Cup qualifying prospects in the wake of Friday's 20 defeat to Costa Rica. This is our reality at the moment, U.S. captain Michael Bradley said. The likelihood is that it's going to go down to the wire, and that can't faze anybody, that can't scare us. Costa Rica and Mexico are gone. Panama and Honduras play a few games, and one will go to the World Cup, one will go to